Hold on. So he draws a star.
Yeah.
Then they start panning. Did the audience light up too? Whoa! So that is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Hey!
What's up?
Hey!
Hey!
Is this part 3 now?
Part 3.
We're on part 3. This is Justin Burke, the one and only singer-songwriter and vocal coach. And I'm Peyton.
The genius.
A techie guy.
But anyway, we're super excited. This is part 3. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, go check it out for context. And real quick, before we get into this, if you want to learn how to sing, maybe you're interested in singing, maybe you dream of one day being up on that idol stage, I'm telling you, it's not too late. You can improve your voice and take my free 15-minute lesson. I'll guide you through everything. It'll be a video just like this. It will be some crazy exercises, but you will enjoy it. It'll be fun and it's going to improve your voice. And so at some point after this video, just take my free 15-minute lesson. It's on my site. The link is right down in the description. So make sure to do that after this video. All right, let's get into it.
Stage lights fade out. What's going to happen here? Video? Or some... Because you gotta do something, because they gotta do like a costume change. Okay. So the universe is born. So is this on a screen? It looks like a screen with a slow push. Cool. What are they doing? all right.
It's Steve.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's hard to frame things in total blackness. Now, sometimes you'll have your monitors set to black and white, and your contrast and your peaking cranked way up on your monitor, so it's easier for you to find things in the dark. But imagine trying to spot something in darkness; it's a little bit tricky. So
I can imagine, yeah.
If that was the same screen that the previous set of words were on, then there's no excuse because he should have had that already framed up or ready for a move to it. But if that was a different screen, then I'll give him a little bit of wiggle room because it's not always easy to find those things. But it's interesting because he was penning the wrong direction when we came to him, and then he realized it and started penning back the other way. So you can notice that little thing. So I don't know. Yeah. It's just those are little things that I pick up on that.
Yeah, well, it's what makes it.
So why did they cut away from it or something?
Yeah, this is a...
Whoa! Okay, all right. So there's like multiple issues with this whole thing. Let's go back. So we have the words.
Yeah.
Cool. And then... So now it's way over there. They pan over. You can't really see the words. They cut to a wide. But watch the wide. See how it bobs right there? They reached either the end of their track or the end of their how far they can move.
Steve, so, come on!
I'm not trying to be too nitpicky here, but
no, you have to. This is why you're here.
But if you're a camera operator and you know you're getting to the end of your track, or I don't know what camera that was. If it was on a dolly or a Skycam or a jib or whatever it was. They should have known they were getting to the end of whatever, and they should have started to feather their move and slow it down a bit.
Either slow it down or just do a
glide feather and then come back the other way. Yeah, exactly. Like the other guy did with his pan. As soon as I realized he was panning the wrong way, he panned back the other way.
But it wasn't like...
Yeah. So that was basically either they got to the end of their track or they stopped and didn't realize they were live. That either of those things can happen. Yeah. You don't know you're live and you stop and you want to go back the other way, but you're like, oh wait, tally was on. I was live.
It almost like they realized that he didn't have the shot, and so they went to this one quickly.
That's what it feels
like.
And
then they were running out. They're like, okay, they ran out of.
They were like the backup shot, and they ran out of space on that move because they held that shot for quite a while, and they probably weren't expecting to be held on their shot for that long, and then they ran out of track and
let's see if they can pull it together.
Come on. All right, here we go. Got some cool foreground elements there.
That's such a massive...
Nice. Okay, did it dip out, the audio? I wonder if I could hear that again. Listen. It feels like...
Yeah, they faded out the audio.
But so then are they going to a pre-recorded segment? Is that what this is then? Because they wouldn't dip out the audio like that unless they're cross-fading to a pre-recorded... section. So I don't know if this is live on this particular thing. I mean, it's probably live at some point.
Okay.
But did you hear what I said? So the audio, either the audience got really quiet for some reason, which I don't think they would.
No, that would not happen.
Yeah.
But you don't think that they would fade volume live?
Well,
no, they wouldn't. Why would they do that?
They wouldn't take the audience reacts mics down. You wouldn't take the environmental mics down. So if we go back a little bit further, listen. So It feels like they went to a
I bet
segment.
this must be pre-recorded.
Possibly. Anyways, we're gonna see it and react to it.
Why would they do? I'm trying to think of why.
Is this in-ear matching? I feel like it's.
Would there be any reason as to why they would dip mics live like that?
I can't think of anything. My two guts are either the audience got quiet for some reason, which I feel like is not likely.
Oh, what about to change to a different live mix?
That's a possibility. So if they had a different page on their board, and
they could have just transitioned to a whole different page on the board.
But here's the deal. So what should have happened is if those faders were the crowd mics and say there was a different level, it shouldn't have faded them down and then back up again. It should have just changed from one level to the other level.
Unless it's a new mix, like I'm saying,
Exactly.
They
If it was different
could have
mics,
different live mixes for each song.
That could very well be. But I'm saying they, in theory, would have the same audience mics, but maybe.
Oh, I understand.
I don't think it would necessarily cut. I think it would just change the value of however the intensity they're set at.
Versus dipping everything to zero
and then
coming back up.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what that is. I guess people will have to fill us in.
Okay.
They'll know what it was. So just tell us what it
know.
was. I'm curious. We can theorize all day. Ooh. Some low-lying fog.
I like those harmonies.
That was kind of interesting. They're like in totally different costumes.
Yeah, same mics though, and same in-ears.
Okay, so they're in front of a circular LED wall. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Nice. But you can see them all from the wide. Okay. Huh.
Jin's gotten a lot better.
What's supposed? Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, what's something supposed to happen? She come to the wide. So is this like the sky they're projecting, or is it an AR element that they're doing? Why does this look so? Okay, they're in the circle. That's what I keep getting. It looks so weird. I mean, like it looks cool. I'm just trying to figure out how they did it. You look at that pixel density behind them. See the pixel gapping on the LED wall?
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty wide gap.
I love this melody right there. That's what you call the hook. That's what gets stuck in your head as like a songwriter. Yeah, it's called an earworm.
Okay.
What you call in the writing community, where you want something like that in your song, where people will just be singing that all day long. Like you'll just get that stuck in your head. It's also called the hook.
Huh.
It's very good.
Oh, that's okay. That was kind of cool. But wait. Hold on. Did they overlay that? Let me see this. Okay. Hold on. So either, well, I mean, two things. Sorry, I'm always like critiquing this. So they either could have traced it real time. I know that's more complicated. It's just kind of weird that he finishes the move and then it fades in for like a tenth of a second and then they cut away or fade it out or cut out of there. But a couple things with that. One, that camera, if the graphics person isn't tracing where that is going to be exactly, that camera has to know where that shot's going to be. Because imagine if they're panning further to the right and the graphics element was in the same part, then the star would be way over there. So you have to either the graphics person has moved it to that exact position, previewed it, and been like, this is where it's going to live, and then brought it in per the director faded in some type of key or something. Or the cam op has some. You can put markers on your screens. Little markers, and you can tag between them. So like in sports, you'll know where the lower thirds are or where the scoreboards are and things like that on your screen, so you know not to frame something in that area. Because imagine if you frame something really important where the scoreboard bug's at or the top thing. So cam ops will put markers on their screens with these little dials to show where things are at. So they could have put a marker on their screen at that, like a cross point right there, so that they knew that that's where they need to be aligning the hand to be at in that shot. So it could have been either the graphics person or the camera person that framed that to be, perfect for that star element. It's just kind of weird that it faded in and then it fades out so quickly and it doesn't animate or anything like that. It just kind of seems interesting. But it does show that, like, oh, he made a star.
Interesting. So, see, for an amateur like me, I'd be like, ooh, a star!
Wow, that's cool. Hold on. So he draws a star.
Yeah.
Then they start panning. Did the audience light up too? Whoa! So that is pretty incredible that they did that. So I wonder what these things are. They look like either things you're wearing on your head or something you're holding in your hand.
They look like a glow stick or something.
Yeah. But the fact that they tracked across the room like that is pretty impressive. That's not an easy feat.
Oh, they didn't just all light up at once.
No, you can see them. It appears to be tracking. So if you watch, you can see he does the star. Then they start this thing, but watch them.
Yeah, I do see that.
So that's pretty amazing that they did that. Wow. Oh, okay. Kind of missed it a little bit there. Little push, a little wide, cool.
These got such a
I feel like they're
tone.
also the universe. This is what this is. The universe. They said universe in the. Gotcha. Imagine.
Come on, Jin.
Imagine
Jin. He's improved so much.
Before there was the technology to do that chase of lighting throughout the room where they all light up like that.
Right.
Let's go back to like the 80s or something where wireless DMX and things didn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but but imagine if we had it at some point. You had to have like a little flashlight and you had to cue it and audience. Like if the way you have to cue the audience, like so they all turn it on like yeah. So like you've seen those soccer games where everyone has those signs they hold up in the audience, and then like they make different shapes or like colors and flags and stuff. Yeah. So obviously they didn't do that for this. Yeah, exactly. But there's some countries that like they'll in the audiences they'll hold up things and do performances. Like we see this for the Olympics sometimes. Yeah. I think one in China a few years back. Or Beijing Olympics, I think they did a really cool performance where they had signs and they were like lifting them up perfectly synchronized. But that was pretty cool because all the performers had in-ears and they had a time-synced tape deck basically that was playing back and raise and lower and raise. Yeah, it feels very much like a universe, with galaxies and stars and stuff.
Right. Beautiful, V. Yeah. Come on, Jin. Jin is the MVP. He has improved so much. I love that background O.
Ooh, what's it say? It says different things in different languages. Oh, is the screen growing now? Okay, so did they just transition back to live again, or is this a transitional thing?
This is live. That's the screen.
Right. Wait, where did the screen go? I'm so disoriented. Now where are they? Did the screen raise? Wait, what? Wait, and they're doing planets? Okay, what? Okay, so first of all, where did the screen go in the middle? I'm a little confused. So the other thing is maybe that was pre-recorded for that first part of that, and then this part right here is now back to live again. I had some dead time in there with this middle, with these words and stuff. Like this was very transitional. So actually you could almost hear it here, it seems. So you have this that happens. They're still there. Okay, now it's raising.
How'd they disappear? Where are they?
So now it's still raising up. Okay, got it. So the camera's tracking with it. Yeah, you can see it raising up, and then that's lowering those lighting fixtures that are circular. Okay, so the whole screen must have raised up.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there now.
But in those are different lighting fixtures, though, that are hung down either by strings or wires or something along those lines.
Wow.
And then they have these planets. So the planets, those must be AR assets, like augmented reality. Either it's projection that's really
on
good.
The broadcast?
Yeah, or
there's no way we projected that.
No,
great.
this is too crisp to do that. So it's likely, I'm just saying, covering all my bases by saying the options that it could be. Okay. But I'm leaning strongly towards AR. Augmented reality. Yeah. So this camera shot has an AR rig on it that is allowing them to track the position of the camera to allow them to overlay that real time. We did this a lot in quite a few of the broadcasts I do. You see it oftentimes with like football games with the first down marker, things like that. We just did it with the Fortnite World Cup. We had AR elements everywhere. Right. So this is a pretty cool looking thing. That's neat. So they really are playing on this universe thing. You have these cool rings of light.
I like that they have kept that kind of storyline throughout the whole thing. That is interesting.
As far as
the universe
part of it, for this segment, yeah, it looks really nice. This looks really clean and really cool with the planets floating there. Are they raising too? Yeah, they're going up. Cool. So the stage is moving or something. But they're staying tight. Why are they staying tight? Are they trying not to reveal it? Okay, now they reveal it. Wow. Cool. That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's neat.
Switch in melody there.
And now they're spinning. Oh yeah, so those are definitely little orbs on individual wires. So those are really cool because you can do a lot with them. You can move them around, and so they're basically a bazillion little motors with strings that lower them down. Each one is on its own string, and it's its own RGB color programmable thing. And they have lowered them down to create these ring effects.
So they lowered them during that transition.
Yeah. So it appears that the screens flew up, and then those came down.
Oh wow!
And now they have this really cool planet-looking thing. And I also like that they put the lights or whatever is hanging down from that middle thing, because you can see the supports for the scissors right in the middle.
I saw that too.
But it's kind of hard to tell. And so in the previous ones they've done, it was just the scissors, and you could clearly see that.
Got it.
So they're thinking like, we need to be able to blend this in a little bit better.
And they did a great job of blending it.
Yeah, that shot looks great. Like the lighting on it looks great. Yeah. The low-lying fog looks really good. You still have some on that upper stage, so it's actually kind of falling off, which looks really great too. And then you have all these hanging elements that look nice. Those look like lights right now, but it's on pause. Let's see. Yeah, little lights with twinkles, or maybe just reflective. Wow.
And I love the kind of atmospheric.
What was that? You see that?
yeah, that was
Hold
something.
on.
That was something.
Interesting.
Was that Jimmy?
Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna let that pass. I mean, it happens. Either it was on a different mix of effects layer bus and they cued the wrong. Anyway, but also when you get into these AR elements like this,
that's tricky.
You are using a camera shot plus an AR element that are layered.
Right.
And so you actually have that as a separate source. And it's funny because you can call that camera, say it's camera 12.
Yeah.
You can call that camera 12, but miss the call for the AR, and that's on its own separate cross point usually. So you could take that camera clean without the AR, or you could take it with AR. And I've done it so many times in the past where you take it without the AR because you're just so used to calling that camera, and then you miss the AR element. So I'm always called it with the AR element.
Interesting.
So they didn't miss that. But I think these universe sky looking fog things are AR elements, because that's definitely probably not something that's in the air at that venue.
No, there's no way.
So that's neat that they're doing that and layering that to look really neat. And it's cool because
does look good.
Of all things, space has so much dark space in it because it's black. So you can actually visually and creatively, this makes a lot of sense to do it with the audience holding up or having these lights, because they can emulate stars, and it's very clean because it's like black and light specks, and it's not like, because if the lighting of the arena was up a bit more, the effect wouldn't look as good. So the fact that all the crowd lighting's down blacked and they just have those things, it makes that effect a lot more passable.
Amazing. I mean, to think that is happening live.
If you just look at that as a photo or a video, you wouldn't think it's an audience full of people.
Right.
Look at him. He's like, yeah. Wait, what? Okay, that was weird that cut to him for so long. I mean, like, he didn't really seem into it.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Maybe he's just enjoying the view or something. Nobody in the venue would actually see those planets floating above them.
Right, because it's augmented reality.
And now the only time they would see it is if they were watching the screens, and the screens took the broadcast cut to IMAX.
That's true, because that's happening live, man. That's just crazy. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It
just is amazing.
It looks nice. So and those things can be tricky to pull off, especially with dark arenas. The tracking stuff sometimes doesn't work as well, depending on what type of tracking technology you use. I would talk about that more in depth. We're not going to go into depth on that. There's multiple ways to do it, but it looked good. I really like that. That was a very good use of creative technology and story to bring all those elements together to make it something that looks really nice, but also communicates the story at the same time, and it involves the crowd, which is cool. So I can be like, hey, I was one of those stars in that show, you know?
That
makes the crowd feel like they're a part of the performance, which is kind of cool.
Of the production.
Yeah, for sure.
Way to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are about to get on to part 4. It's coming out very soon, so subscribe, be ready for that. Make sure to follow Peyton on Instagram if you haven't. And again, if you want to learn how to sing, make sure to do the free lesson. You've got to do it. Before you move on to this next video, just do it real quick. 15 minutes. I'm instructing everything. You're going to record your voice before, go through it. I'm so confident that this is going to improve your voice, because here's the thing. Over 15,000 people have taken that lesson, and literally like 99.9% of people have told me afterwards that they have improved their voice. So almost everybody has told me this, and so you are no different. Even if you think you're different, you're no different, and you can improve. And the exercises I take you through will improve your voice, and you'll be able to see if this can happen in 15 minutes, what can happen on the full program. When you're ready to go, you can get 70 hours of the best singing training that you can get online. All of the information is on the website down below, so make sure to check that out. All right, tons of love, and we will see you soon. Peace.
Every day, 'cause it's the way you look tonight. I'm mesmerized. capture time. I'm mesmerized. It's the way